Hi guys, Dustin here again. The survey results are in, and I learned some really incredible things that have helped me avoid a huge mistake. I'll tell you more about that later. Let's just get started right into what you guys had to say. Oh, and by the way, you'll notice that because you could select multiple answers, the percentages don't add up. Like some questions, 70% will say one thing and 70% will say the other. And I know 70 plus 70 isn't 100. That's just because you could answer, you could select multiple answers per question. So the first question is, I asked, why are you guys interested in non-hybrid seeds? 73% said to grow a survival garden, and 70% said to store just in case things get bad. The next question was, what is the most important information you would like to know about non-hybrid survival seeds? 80% of you guys said how to save your seeds from year to year, and 62% of you said how to package your seeds for long-term storage and trading. This did surprise me a bit because I was expecting more people to want to know how to grow their seeds, and I'd in fact already created a video in anticipation of that being the result. But since it wasn't, I'm going to rework things. I may still send you the video anyhow, but I'm going to come up with some better seed saving content for you guys. The next question was, how would you like to get this information? 49.2% of you guys said in videos, and 47.7% of you said in printed books. So I guess that means I'm going to have to start getting my new seed saving guide and my new growing guide printed because you guys just don't like the digital downloads. How many varieties of seeds do you currently have stored? 43% of you said you had 20 to 50 varieties stored, and only 5.6% of you have more than 100 varieties of seeds stored. This is actually a little worrying because the genetic diversity of our seeds and their long-term usefulness is generally maintained by several independent sources growing the same types of seeds, so that if one crop fails, another can replace it. And if you only have a few varieties of seeds, a pest can come and wipe out your whole season. For example, if you're only growing one type of bean per year, or one type of radish per year, or one type of lettuce per year, you're at a lot greater risk of losing your entire crop. Have you ever tried to save your own seeds, and what challenges did you face? Here's just a few of the responses that I had that kind of stretched the gamut. People that were successful as well as people that weren't quite as successful. Yes, I just saved on accident. I lost them in the garage, found them a year or two later, and they grew. Yes, I didn't store them in a special way. I probably got lucky. I also used seeds from organic peppers I bought at a store just to see if they would grow, and they did. It was so cool. No, I'm scared to use the seeds I bought from you because I'm not confident I could harvest and store the seeds from the garden. Another person said, they get moldy or dried out, they attract flies, and my kids keep throwing them out. Somebody else said, I don't have the right materials. I want those little mylar bags. I have a sealer already, and also I don't know for each different type of plant when to harvest their seeds. And then another one said, I've never done it, but my mom and dad have done it for years when I was a child. The next question was, ignoring all the mixed media messages, do you think that? 90% of you responded that you think things are going to get much worse before they get any better. No other answer had as strong of an opinion on it. The next question was, or the last question, what other survival topics are you guys interested in learning about? 87% of you said off-the-grid living, and 80% of you said long-term food storage. Both of these are things I have a lot of information about that I can send you, and so you'll probably see some more emails about those topics later. Okay, so what was the big mistake that you guys helped me avert? I kind of mentioned it earlier. I was planning on making a bunch of more information about how to grow your garden, how to increase your yields, and things like that. But what I clearly learned from this survey is that you guys actually want more information on how to save your seeds and how to prepare your seeds for long-term storage. And that kind of makes sense. People have been growing seeds in this country for centuries, and most seeds are actually pretty simple. You give them the right amount of food, the right amount of light, the right amount of water, and they grow. Saving seeds is totally different, though. Even though it's actually easy once you know what you're doing, you actually have to take into special considerations depending on the variety of seed. I've mentioned this before. A tomato seed, you can't just dry tomato seeds. You actually have to let them ferment and mold for about 3 days in water before you dry them and then store them for long-term storage. Whereas carrots, you have to wait 2 years before you get any seeds out of your carrots. So there's a lot of different factors that affect how a seed is going to grow, and then how you're going to save that seed. So I'm going to be pouring over the survey. You'll probably be getting some more emails with some more videos and more information from me. There's just a ton of information for me to go through and to kind of compile and pull together in a really easy, usable format for you guys. Anyhow, I really appreciate your time in filling out the survey. If you have any comments or questions, things that I might have missed, feel free to email me directly at dustin@emergencyseedbank.com or give me a call. I appreciate it.